Hello, today I'm going to be making sourdough. I wanted to bring you along for the journey. Firstly here I'm measuring out my flour. Today I'm using millet flour, so I'm measuring out about 500 grams of this. I'll link the recipe in more detail below. Then I'm adding in the psyllium husk. This adds some of that glutinous texture without the gluten. The milled linseeds. Just weighing those out. Very precisely. Then lastly, this big jar has my starches in. The starch in at the moment is tapioca starch, so I'm just adding some of that too. And then adding in a little bit of salt. Then the next step is to combine all these dry ingredients together. Make sure that they're fully mixed well, and then get ready to mix up the wet ingredients. This is my sourdough starter. I took this up the fridge a couple of days ago. I've been feeding it for 2 days and it's all lovely and bubbly and ready to use. So I'm weighing out about 100 grams of this. I think I ended up using about 150 grams, but anywhere around that mark is fine. And then I weigh out the water. The recipe I'm inspired by uses about 600 grams. I'm using about 500 grams here. Just find that it works better for me, but part of the beauty of sourdough making is experimenting with what works best for you. So we mix up that water and the starter thoroughly, and then combine the wet with the dry ingredients. So simple. Making sure to mix those together thoroughly so they're well combined. You may notice as well the little jar with some sourdough starter in it as well. I've been feeding that one recently from the larger one to make some extra just as a backup, but also I want to dehydrate some starter, so I always have some. So I've just covered that dough that I mixed up and left it for an hour. Here I'm just feeding my main starter. So to feed a sourdough starter, if you don't know, you discard or use most of it and leave a little bit, and then you feed it with the flour that you use and equal part water. I use rice flour here and filtered water. Combine it well, and then it'll do the lovely bubbly thing. So it's been about an hour. See, the dough's a bit more firm now, it's sort of come together and combined. So I'll now remove it from this bowl and shape it into the round loaf shape that I want. Oh yeah, just using damp hands for this. It helps the dough not stick to my hands. This process is very simple. The hardest part is definitely getting your sourdough starter going, and I will link below some resources that are really good at educating about that, and I may make some videos about it in the future. So that ball of dough will be set aside for 6 hours to proof. After the 6 hours, I'm heating up my oven, including the cooking pot, to 220 degrees. And once that cooking pot is all hot, I will get the dough that's fermented for 6 hours here. And then lightly score the top of that and place it into the hot cooking pot. carefully getting all the paper out the way. You can leave the paper hanging over the edge, I cut it off sometimes, but as long as it's out the way it's fine. And then I just splash some water on the top of this to help create some steam in the cooking pot. And then that's ready to go in the oven. I cooked this loaf for 45 minutes covered and then 20 minutes uncovered until it was this lovely golden brown colour. And then here's my beautiful loaf. See you soon. Bye.